summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your ma, she's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. Until that morning, there's nothing can harm you. With mama and daddy standing by. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your pretty wings and you'll take to the sky. Until that morning, there's nothing can harm you. With mama and daddy standing by. With mama and daddy standing side by side by side. With mama and daddy standing by.
Oh, that's wonderful. A very visionary song still, isn't it? Good morning, everyone. We are celebrating Center for Spiritual Living and its live broadcast. And we're really grateful that you are here with us. Today, the topic is celebrate your freedom as your birthright. And it's about really discovering in a deeper way what it means to be free and to have freedom and how it's inherent and how therefore then we're always modeling the way. And that can be our service in a more conscious way. So grateful that Theo Tilton is here with us to assist as the licensed practitioner, and Theo has a wonderful practice ready for us. And of course, live with us, Rhonda, Denet, and Mike Bardash. So happy that they're here with us. So my name is Frankie Timmers, for those of you that don't know me. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, which means that we are broadcasting all over the planet and that this will be a rebroadcast for any of you to watch, like when you can't sleep at night and you wake up with a bad dream, you can just watch us. And we like for you to go to our website, which is www.cslmorristown.org to find out more information. And if you're inclined and feel particularly generous and want to give, you can also do that on our website. So say hello on our Facebook Live page and let us know where you're from, whether you can relate, whether you have a question. We may not answer it today, but we will get to it. Use all the wonderful bubbles and share this page with others or invite others to watch. So I'd like to do an opening treatment right now, which is our word for affirmative prayer. So I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And as I speak this word in the I am, I speak it that way because the I am is the divine self in each and every one of us. It's the connection that we have with one another and with all life. So right here, right now, I open my mind, my heart, my body, my soul to the experience at hand, knowing that freedom is a spiritual birthright. It is built into my DNA, my physical, mental, emotional, spiritual DNA, here to be lived, here to be built upon, so that I may be of service to the greater good in a way that only I can as an individualized expression of the one. And so today, as North America celebrates 4th of July weekend, we step into being the model of what it means to free ourselves of any shackles, to stand in the light of love ever, and to allow love to be the healing presence that is so needed in our world today. Anything and everything that is in the way, whether we're conscious of it or not, we are simply willing to release, to surrender, and to allow it to become grist for the mill if necessary. So we are blessed to be together today, to be spiritual community today. I know that what's happening here and what's happening there is creating a shift on the planet for the greater good of all, and so it is. So, it's good to be back in the neighborhood. It's good to be back at our center. And when I walked in here this morning, and I do walk in once in a while, but I was wondering if the energy from all of you that have attended since the beginning of time is still here. And it is. And I think it has to be still here because it simply cannot leave. It has been here for over 60 years, and it's in the walls, it's in the air, it's in the light, it's in the carpet, it's in the energy of what we represent when it was an idea in the mind of the universe, of the people who started this, and it became this. And so today, I want to talk about this idea of divine freedom as our inheritance. And then that we're already modeling the way, so we might as well model it consciously and more powerfully, and then how we can be in service to that. So when we talk about freedom, and I've been thinking about this a lot, when we talk about freedom, we have a tendency to think that something outside of us has to be the reason why we feel free. So it might be that you think, well, once I'm free of this relationship, or once I'm free of this disease, or once I'm free of lack, or once I'm free of this darn COVID-19 quarantine, or once I'm free when the United States is truly a United States and we are in support and in service to each other with love and respect. Or maybe some of you are saying, well, I'll be free when things are back to normal. By the way, there will be no back to normal. I don't want to go back to what was normal because it was awful, even though it was very covert, right? In so many ways, with all the structures breaking down, but we weren't able to see it yet, and now we can really see it. I want to be moving forward, be part of creating a world that works for everyone. And some of you might be experiencing grief. Mine comes in waves. Last week, I had 3 days where I just was kind of like in a wave of grief, and I've learned to surrender to it because I know what's on the other side. I know that the only reason I experienced grief is because first there was love. And so then allowing it allows for something new to be reborn. The truth is that freedom is a spiritual idea. I love, and Theo knows as well, how in Prosperity Plus, you talk about how everything is created first. Twice, it's first an idea, and then it's an actual thing. So freedom is a spiritual concept, a spiritual idea. It's not so much about having the right circumstances so that you can then relax and feel free. Dr. Ernest Holmes says the divine plan, capital D, capital P, the divine plan is one of freedom. That is it. The divine plan is one of freedom. Our inherent nature is ever seeking to express itself in terms of freedom. Because freedom is the birthright of every living soul. And so we must claim our birthright of freedom. It's something that we were born with. We must choose it, and sometimes 1,000 times a day. We must act on it, and not just for ourselves, but for all our brothers and sisters on the planet, for all of nature, for all the animals, for everything and everyone everywhere all the time. Because as long as someone or something isn't free, I'm not free. And so it requires that I share my inherent freedom. I share where I have freed myself in consciousness. And that's the important piece, because if I don't share it, it's wasted on me. I love what Toni Morrison said when she said, the function of freedom is to free someone else. Wow. The function of freedom is to free someone else. So you and I are modeling our birthright all the time, whether it looks like it or not, whether you like it or not, whether it seems that way or not, whether you think you can or think you can't. We are always modeling the birthright of freedom. And hold on to your seats right now, because I have something to say. We who call ourselves spiritual people, we who call ourselves science of mind students, practitioners, ministers, we are influencers, big time. We are examples, big time. We are constantly modeling what we believe, which is the divine plan is one of freedom, and it's our birthright. So every single class you have taken, every treatment you have done or someone has done for you, every meditation or any other spiritual practice you have done, any kind of healing, every yoga class, every Reiki session, every lecture you have attended, every talk you have listened to, everything, all the workshops, everything, you name it, add things, is for this. It has been your training, which means you are trained. You're good. You're done. You're ready. Now go live it. We must. That's what's called for today. You are ready to free others. It doesn't mean you have to get it all perfect. No, the training has already happened. Now go live it. Now go practice it. I have never met a dentist or a massage therapist who was done with their training and then sat and smoked a cigar or had a nice cocktail. That's when the work began, and they learned in the process. So what are you waiting for? Are you waiting to be healed of something? Are you waiting to find the right mate? Are you waiting for the elections to happen and maybe change something? Are you waiting to be happier? Are you waiting to have more money? What are you waiting for? That's important information, because it's your greatest block. And it's where you are still bound. And as you share your gifts and talents with the world, which only you can do as an individualized expression of the one, you might still have grief. You might still feel wounded. You might still be afraid. And you might still have excuses. Me too. Let's share lists. But you do it anyway, because that's why we're here. Now, not in 1918 during the Spanish flu, not in 2025 when who knows what we're experiencing then if we're still around, not when everything is perfect, but do it anyway where you are. That's because you are today. That's why we are alive now, and it is an honor and a privilege, not a burden. And so choose to free someone else, maybe in your heart. Maybe in your heart. And so that's how my life, your life, becomes a life of service. We're here to serve, not to hide, not to pretend that we're small, not to live our unhealed stories, not to feel that we're not evolved enough, not smart enough. That's never ending anyway, because the ego loves to hang its hat on that one. And if you're not sure whether you're evolved or not, enough or not, or how to serve or not, Google it. I'm sure you'll come up with a bunch of answers that you get to choose from. The truth is, your life and my life is significant. You are an incredibly beautiful, powerful, brilliant, glorious, joy-filled, loving expression of the one. Already. It's in your DNA. It's your birthright. It's your true nature. It's what you're here to live, and it's what frees you. And so remember to live a life of service in that way. Remember that you're here to live a life of service. It doesn't have to be like anyone else. It doesn't have to be a big thing or a group thing. It can be a small individual thing. Sometimes for me, it's smiling at a stranger. And so then what you do is you infuse that with spiritual practice, because if you don't, you'll burn out. So when you infuse that with spiritual practice, you keep going to the well. Make sure you listen, meditate, pray, spiritual practices, and that you continue to reimagine what's possible, to imagine and reimagine what's yours to live and yours to be. Right now, I'm incredibly moved by this book, See No Stranger, by Valerie Kaur, a memoir and a manifesto of revolutionary love. She is third-generation Sikh American, and she is on the website Revolutionary Love. I'm starting a book group with her, her people, and it's incredibly powerful story, and I want to read one section in closing. After that, you're going to have some more music, and then Theo is coming with a practice, and then I will close it up. So this is on page 97 and 98, and I'm taking sections of it. She's inviting us to be a warrior sage. It says, the way you are a warrior sage is you begin with honoring the fight impulse in you. Think about what breaks your heart. Notice what it feels like to have your fists clenched, your jaw close, your pulse quicken. Notice what it feels like to want to fight back. Honor that in yourself. You are alive and have something worth fighting for. Now comes the second moment. How will you channel that into something that delivers life instead of death? Breathe. Think. Then choose your sword and shield. You don't have to know the answers. You just have to be ready for the moment when the world says now. She invites us to step into a very rich part of her Sikh tradition with 4 questions. And I'll close with that. The first question is, what is your sword? Your kirpan? What can you use to fight on behalf of others? Your pen, your voice, your art, your pocketbook, or the front lines? Sorry, your pocketbook or your presence. Begin where you are, your home or campus or community, or on the front lines or behind the scenes. Second, what is your shield, your doll? What can you use to protect yourself and others when the fight is dangerous? Your camera, legal counsel, a group of allies, public witness? Your safety matters. Third, what is your instrument, your dilruba? In Sikh legend, and I will pass that on, I want you to go to the book. But your instrument is what centers you, and it may be dancing, singing, drumming, walking, yoga, kirtan, prayer, meditation. And finally, the fourth one, who is your sacred community, your sangha? You just need 3 kinds of people. You need someone who's willing to fight for you and by your side, somebody who can fight for you when you need help, and then somebody who creates an environment of revolutionary love. Rhonda and Mike.
I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things I long to say. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear, for the whole round world to hear. I wish I could share all the love that's in my heart. Remove all the bars that keep us apart. I wish you could know what it means to be me, and you'd see and agree that every person should be free. I wish I could give all I'm longing to live. I wish I could live how I'm longing to live. I wish I could do all the things I long to do. Though I'm way overdue, I'd be starting anew. I wish I could be like a bird in the sky. How sweet it would be if I found I could fly. I'd soar to the sun and look down on the sea, and I'd sing 'cause I know how it feels to be free. Yes, I'd sing 'cause I know how it feels to be free. Yes, I'd sing 'cause I know how it feels to be free. Thank you.
Amazing. Wow. Awesome. Thank you so much, Rhonda. All right, so we're going to be doing a process around freedom as your birthright. You are, by nature of your very being, a space where freedom reigns. And so what I'd like, for those of you that are possibly driving and just listening to us via audio, do not do this. You could do it later. Do it when you're home and you're really able to sit down and relax. But I want you to, wherever you are, just take a seat and a nice, deep, full-bodied breath into who you are. And then exhale. Let's do that one more time. There is a place within you. It has really no center, and it has no circumference. It is a space where everything is present, and that presence is right where you are. Freedom is the birthright of this place. A space that has completely no influence from outside sources because it is source itself. That is the birthright. The birthright is source itself. Living, breathing. And this freedom as our birthright loves us so much that it allows us to create and create and create and create. What is it that then enters into the space that begins to manipulate what is created? You see, our freedom comes from a place where there is absolutely no outside influence. The ability to create comes from a field of absolute nothingness. And from that nothingness, from that emptiness, we get to emerge from and create in our mind, in our thought, a world that works for us, a world that works for everyone. So just take a look right now. Scan through your mind's eye of your life's experience as of right now. There's so much going on in the world. It may actually have the feeling of freedom doesn't exist. It may actually have a particular flavor and taste and feeling to it that's so powerful. But yet, at the root of who and what we are, you are, I am, there's nothing. And so from that nothing, we can create a world that works for everyone. And so just look where we might be, where you might be, where I might be influenced to try to fix the world or survive the way the world is being right now. And here's a strong statement to live from. If I'm trying to fix or survive the world right here, right now, in this moment, am I really free? Or can I allow the world to be as it is and create right from where I am, knowing that as I do it, I can create a world that works for everyone. So let's take another deep breath Breathe in. And exhale anything out that's being fixed or survived. Take a deep breath in. And just let go of everything that you're trying to fix or survive. And allow on the inhale a space of nothing to enter. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to survive. Say to yourself, silently in your mind, I am beautiful. I am wonderful. I am a creator. I am creating a world that works for everyone. And let's anchor this right now. Right from this fertile place of freedom. There is something so powerful, so beautiful, so filled with life. Freedom, liberty, joy, love, happiness, togetherness, community, solution. I am free. This is my birthright. This is our birthright. I claim it now. I claim it from the nothingness from which it comes, and I spring forth, creating a world that works for everyone. How delighted, how grateful, so much gratitude. The world right now is shifting, is moving. I can feel the very molecules of my being aligning and conspiring for this truth. Thank you. And wherever we are in the world, together we say, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Theo. That was so beautiful. That is something that I invite you to listen to every day, to let that be a practice so that you can hear more deeply, because we're really called to listen more deeply for the voice of inspiration that's already within us. So remember to check out our website if you feel moved to support this beautiful work, this beautiful center. You can find that on our website. And we have 2 things coming up. I don't know if you're aware, if this is the first time you've been seeing us. We've been doing a lot of stuff online. On Wednesdays, I'm doing Spirit Tea Time, where we visit with one another, do spiritual practice, do some sharing. We have breakout rooms, all on Zoom. It's from 6:30 to 8 Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And Saturdays, I'm doing something called Your Treatment Hour, where I just sit at my computer and you Zoom in and I do treatment for you. And you can either do it privately or publicly, and I can explain that when you come. That's been happening for a while. And of course, we've been doing Facebook Live and Zoom for a while. The beauty is that those live forever. I'm sorry, Facebook Live and YouTube. You can go to our YouTube channel, just put Center for Spiritual Living Morristown, and there's a whole bunch of videos in there. And then we want you to go, not just to Facebook, we have a private page, a public page, but Twitter, Meetup, Instagram. So check us out. And the 2 events that are coming up is, one is this Friday, so this Thursday. You can find that right on Facebook because we post it. It's mandala and meditation via Zoom from 6:30 to 8:30 Jersey time, and it's with the amazing Jean Lee and Kat Roman, and you're going to be experiencing a mandala art healing workshop. It's really cool, and I don't know if you can see that from here, but you can find it right there on the page. And then Spirit Tea Time happens only one more Wednesday. Then I'm doing a 5-week workshop that I've created called Flourishing, and it's about living more effortlessly in the truth practices, to remember your inherent abundance and how to live that, to find simplicity and contentment in your heart of hearts, to shed false beliefs, and to how to flourish in the world. So come and join us. That's 5 weeks starting July 15th from 6:30 to 8, and it's based on the book 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra, so you might want to get that. All right. Thank you so much for being here, for joining us, for celebrating with us. Thank you, Theo. You're always wonderful. Thank you, Rhonda, and thank you, Mike. And now we're going to have a last piece of music, and Rhonda is going to invite you too, but I'm just going to invite you to dance, to get up, to sing, and to have fun.
There's a land that I see where the people are free, and I say it ain't so far from the place where we are. Take my hand, come with me, where the people are free. Come with me, take my hand, and we'll live in a land where the river runs free, in a land through the green country, in a land to the shining sea. And you and me are free to be, you and me. I see you're bright and clear, and the time's coming near where we'll live in this land, you and me, hand in hand. Take my hand, come along, lend your voice to my song. Come along, take my hand, sing a song. For a land where the river runs free, for a land through the green country, for a land to the shining sea, for a land where the horses run free, and you and me are free to be, you and me. Get up and dance, come on now. Twist. Every child in the land, may you all understand that you're proud and you're strong and you're right where you belong. Take my hand and come with me where the people are free. Come with me, take my hand, and we'll run to a land where the river runs free, to a land through the green country, to a land to the shining sea, to a land where the horses run free, to a land where the people are free, and you and me are free to be, you and me are free to be, you and me are free to be, you and me. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Shake it out, woo! Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. You and me.
Thank you, thank you. That's it.